Welcome back everybody to Forza Motorsport 7, and we're continuing on with the career mode, and yeah, we've got one last thing to do in the Breakout Championship, the Porsche 918 Spider Passing Challenge. So we're going to do that, and then yeah, we'll move on to the next championship. So yeah, let's give it a go.
Isn't just part of this race. It's the only thing that matters in this challenge. Strap into one of the fastest cars in the world and overtake as many drivers as you can before the race ends.
So yeah, last episode was a bit long, but I didn't realise how long that endurance race was going to be. So yeah, we'll try and keep this episode a little bit shorter this time around. Because yeah, not everybody can watch an hour episode. Right, so yeah, on Bernese Alps Festival Circuit, 2 laps.
Comes from winning. I think reverence comes from winning over a long period. If you look at all of the great car brands, the ones that are revered, most of them have proven themselves time and time again on the track. Porsche have a reverence because of the breadth of capabilities that they've delivered on a racetrack. So I think that reverential sort of nature towards a certain car brand comes from that wider accomplishment of winning over a longer period.
Yeah, Porsche have certainly won plenty of races in their time, so yeah, let's get going. Looks like we're overtaking the likes of Beetles on this race. Certainly no match for this car, that's for sure. Right, so we're going to overtake 54 for the goal target. In 2 laps. So we're looking at least 27 per lap. The problem is obviously we're going a lot faster than they are, but they still hang on those racing lines. Normally that means you have to go around instead of on the inside. Whoa. Come on, a bit slidey this car. I expected it to be handling a little bit better. Just about mixed out on the halfway point during that lap. Red one in the exact same place as last time. I'll never learn sometimes, I swear. Not much more to go, 8 more, 7 more. on. Gotta beat that white one. Yes, just did it. Despite my accidental driving style at times. That was very close. Sometimes I feel like it's set up that way to make it feel a little bit tense, but there we go nonetheless. So yeah, just about did it. Could have done it a little bit better had I not had a couple of accidental driving moments, but nonetheless there we go. So yeah, we get to move on to the next championship and get some money for it as well.
The Breakout Championship is yours, and you're another step closer to winning the Forza Drivers' Cup. You can now go for the next challenge, the Evolution Championship.
Nice. So we should have some new showcase events, and obviously new series to try out. But what they're going to be, I don't know. So yeah, we're once we complete this Evolution Championship, we'll be halfway through the game. We also get that Dodge Dart Hemi Superstock Forza Edition, and
you're making a name for yourself, but that only means the other drivers will be gunning for you. And the Evolution Championship is where the pursuit of the cup is going to really start challenging you.
Right, so let's see what we've got going on. So we've got Sport Coupes, Group Rally Cars, Formula Ford Specs, Hot Hatch Genesis, Nostalgic Drag Racers, NASCAR, The Birth of Grand Prix, Early Prototype Races, Evolution Open, and then the showcase events, Ford Bronco Hoonigan Autocross, Top Gear Police Car Bowling, and Factory Spec Porsche 911 GT1. So yeah, several good interesting ones there. I think personally we're going to go for Nostalgic Drag Races because I have a couple that I want to try out that are returnees from Forza Motorsport 4, so let's go for this one.
Here's the solid recipe for building an old school drag racer. Get your hands on a classic family sedan, add sticky tires for traction, install a huge motor, and keep adding power until you can race a quarter mile in the blink of an eye.
So yeah, the two that are returnees from Forza Motorsport 4 are the 1967 Dodge Coronet W023 and the 1964 Ford Fairlane Thunderbolt. Both are crazy in terms of acceleration, as you can see. Both have very little handling and very little top speed, but it's all about getting up to the top speed in terms of acceleration more than having a high rate of top speed. So yeah, I think we'll go for the Ford Fairlane first. We'll do 3 races in this, and then we'll do 3 races in the Dodge Coronet. So yeah, let's get in it. It'll upgrade it for me, because quite frankly I can't be bothered. I'll make sure to do the Dodge Coronet myself though, before the next episode. So yeah, we'll do 3 races in this series for this episode, and then we'll do the final 3 in the next one.
It's getting dark. Be careful out there.
Right, so we're just get our mods going first. Normal steering, stability management off. We'll do that. So we're at Circuit of the Americas East Route, 1.23 miles each and 5 laps. So not the longest of tracks, but it does have a nice long straight on it. So prove how quick this car, even though it doesn't have any extra horsepower over what it has stock, it will still be in terms of straight line speed. Let's just have a look. They upgraded the gearbox? Yes, they have. Top speed would have been about 128, 129 originally, but now it's 170, so at least we're not going to be topping out easily at every straight that we come to. Right, so it's a little bit dark, but that should be no problem whatsoever for this car. As long as we've got headlights, it doesn't matter. of a squishy race. Pretty tight circuit for such large cars. Don't know whether or not it's been upgraded, but the suspension on this car in stock form is pretty woeful. Sometimes you can have the front end coming up like that, so I'm guessing they haven't upgraded it. Dear. No idea what they've upgraded on this car, but it certainly can't be the handling. The suspension's as wobbly as it usually is, and the brakes aren't all that good. I guess this is a perfect reason why I should upgrade your car yourself, and I should have really. Oi! I left these drivers are difficult and unbeatable after the last episode as well, because I purely forgot. So I might not well do all that well on this one. Turn, for God's sake. I know this car didn't have the best handling when it was stock, but surely it can be improved upon what it was. Quite frankly, it feels like it's the same. No brakes whatsoever. They even feel worse than the worst standard. Look at the wobble on that. It's hilarious. Surprised anybody lived using this thing as to its fullest potential. Well, we're certainly going to have a rubbish start to this series. This car does not stop. That's a rubbish start, but I'm definitely going to have to go and upgrade this vehicle, because I don't know what they've done to it, but it can't be all that well thought through. So yeah, there we go. So 145 was it? Yeah, all the way down there at number 12. So yeah, I'm gonna go and upgrade this vehicle, and then I'll see you when we get to the next race. Right, so yeah, they did not upgrade the brakes or the suspension on the car whatsoever. When you're dealing with a car that had awful brakes and awful suspension to start with, that was a bad move. So yeah, we're on Lime Rock, West Chicane, 4 laps. Just gonna keep those mods on, and yeah, 1.5 miles per lap. So yeah, hopefully these upgrades work, because yeah, that was a woeful first race for this series. So yeah, hopefully we have a bit, better luck this time around. Oh yeah, I need to do the driver talk difficulty, because unbeatable is pretty damn hard, quite frankly. So yeah, gonna leave it like that. Right, hopefully this time it goes a lot better. There we go, much better brakes. And as you can see, no wobble on the suspension. It's literally all you would have had to have done for the last race for it to go a lot better. And yet they didn't. I did notice that they concentrated mainly on the tyres and mainly on upgrading the gearbox, but outside of them 2 elements I didn't see what else upgrades they concentrated on. So it's kind of baffling really, because I was also able to do the tyres up pretty much to the fullest, as well as the gearbox. I was also able to lighten the drive line, put in the better suspension, put in the better brakes, put in fully race anti-roll bars, and still come out dead on 550 PI. So yeah, I have no idea what we were playing at. Nonetheless, hopefully we already are in a better position than we were last time round. Again, though, we are on a quite small track, and we are in very large cars. It's quite difficult to get past, apparently. So I have to muscle my way past, no pun intended. I am really glad though that they have put the lights of this car on the game from Forza Motorsport 4. Even though I don't think it was in my top 10 choice, they were, in the back of my mind to be on to make a return. Because I am a little bit biased towards my American classics on a game, and I've certainly got plenty of them on this game. Though not quite as many as I would have liked. Oh dear. There are still several key ones missing. You never know, they might make a return in some DLC. And even though that would be disappointing that they have to be in the DLC to make a return, it's better than nothing. The last lap, more than twice as far in the grid as we were last time round. Maybe I've picked the worst car in this series to try out, but I want to show it off because not many people appreciate a car like this. Come on. Come on. Oh, how close was that? But it's an improvement over the previous race, so we should make up some positions in the leaderboard overall, which is a good thing. How close were we? Oh, 0.010, no, 20 of a second. Oh, very close. But doesn't matter how much you win, winning's winning. Gonna move up, yeah, all the way up into 5th place. That's a good, it's a good jump. That is 7 places overall, but not as good as that guy in the Pontiac GTO behind me. He went up 15 places, Jesus. But yeah, nonetheless, let's move on to the next race. Right, we're at Road America on the west route. So yeah, once again a small, quite twisty track. So. Yeah, I don't think I've really picked the right car here. There are certainly a slightly smaller or slightly less cumbersome cars to choose from on this series, but we are going to try out the Dodge Coronet in the next episode after for the final 3 races. So we're going to do this one and then we'll end it there. But yeah, I've never really chosen cars that are the best one to choose in games like this. I always choose what I want to drive more than what I know will win me the race. Just the way I am, really. Probably a bit stupid, but I never said I was clever. Ton of positions there. Great start. Straight to 3rd place. Personally, I can't say I've ever considered the likes of the GTO in 1st place or one of those Impalas behind me to be drag races, but if that's how they want to define them, then that's fine by me, but I've considered them, especially the GTO, to be more of a muscle car. But then again, there's probably quite some overlap between muscle cars and drag cars, so I guess it's more of a personal preference. Is a guy that moved up 15 places in the previous race, so at least I know I'm ahead of him in terms of points. I'd rather be in 1st place just to get the maximum that I can, especially to make up for the 1st race in this series. GTO is probably a lot better in terms of handling than I am in stock form. Come on, final lap. Oh, I cannot take that corner as fast as I can in other cars, that's for sure. Right, finally made it past. Now whether or not we're going to move up into top 2 or top 3 depends on where the guys in front of me on the leaderboard overall are in the grid position on this race. All well and good me coming first, but if they're only 3rd or 4th, then the leaderboard overall isn't likely to change all that much. Nonetheless, we have won that race. Hopefully made up for the previous 2. See where we come. Well, in terms of lap time, we weren't the quickest. The Dodge Start Forza Horizon edition was quicker, but still came first nonetheless, so that's all that matters. And what's the board night now? Right, we're not in the top 2, but we are in the top 3, so yeah, it's at least a podium position, and that guy in the Pontiac GTO's moved up in as well with me, so yeah, we're both moved up 2 places in fact, so yeah, it looks like it's going to be closer between me and the guy in the Pontiac GTO. It's looking like we're going to be the guys that are going to be moving up, while the other 2 are going to be moving down, so yeah, pretty good. But yeah, nonetheless, solid episode. Certainly drove 2 completely different kind of cars. Anyway, yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.